Take for the controversial coach. If you don't like it, off. Chop you out. I've lost hope in Australia.
Oh, yeah. Everyone has.
Too scared to stand.
Praise Jesus.
The following now is a testament that people are sick of what's happening.
Yes.
The predator's protected. Watch this. Do you know what I'm fucking sick of? I'm sick of all these fake Christians. The education system. Watch this. Oh, let's make this piece of shit infamous. Welcome to the internet, my bros. Tell us what you were doing a year ago, and I'll.
God bless him, man. God bless. This is a real Christian. These are Christians who are fighting for God.
Pretty much, man.
We're not pussies. Christians aren't meant to be pussies. We're meant to be soldiers of God.
And social media figure.
Yeah, he sounds like a real Christian. Good on him. Good on him. Nah, a real Christian, not a cocky man. He's a Christian.
He brings a grounded, working-class perspective to his content.
Well, that's what he sounds like. Yeah, he's a Christian. He's a brother. Doing what God wants us to do.
It was about a pedophile, and the sentence was just nothing. He got nothing for what he did. It was a heinous crime, and I just remember saying, I want to talk about this. And I did, and it went on this year. What does the average Aussie on a day-to-day practical level do to fight for this stand up? So when I mean stand up, don't pull your phone out and film if something's happening. Go and help whatever the situation may be.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this very special episode of Unemployable. Today, I sit down with Chris Cavallaris, otherwise known as Big Choppy. Now, Chris has come out.
Christian brother. I like listening to him because he has a bit of fucking knowledge, this dude.
Fastest growing voices in the social media.
Has some knowledge. Good man.
He is saying what so many Australians are thinking, and he's saying with courage, conviction, and articulation. Today, we went into why.
We're going to listen to this because this guy is a true Aussie.
Life right now, as he speaks out with beautiful poise about the many issues that are facing Australia.
I think he's Indigenous, so he's a real Aussie.
You're gonna absolutely love this.
I don't know the truth, but I'll find out.
If you like the content, please subscribe to the channel.
He's got that
the size of the channel
in him, doesn't he?
How many people like Chris will take their time on a Sunday to come to the Gold Coast into the studio to have their voice heard. The bigger the channel, the more people like Chris we can get on. So please do that. And secondly, if you love this content, drop a comment because Chris will read them, we will read them, and also follow him on Instagram. He's got a great voice. The bigger he gets on social media, the more he's going to be able to get attention and speak and advocate for your rights and your thoughts in this country. With that said, please enjoy this episode of Unemployable. Chris Cavallaris, welcome to the show. How are you, mate?
Very well, thank you, mate. Thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
Mate, it's a Sunday morning. You're here in the studio. We appreciate you, mate. And, you know, for those who don't know your message, go and follow Chris. He's otherwise known as Big Choppy.
Yeah, that's good.
Chris, I really want to get to know you because your voice is so important in the landscape today. And I know a little bit about your story, but I think guys like you that have the ability to articulate what you're feeling and then have the courage to actually do it. So, yeah, are in short supply in this country, and your following is testament to how needed your voice is. So I just want to know that we see you, brother, and we thank you for what you're doing out there. It's not easy to do.
No, it's definitely not easy. It's quite a treacherous path, it seems, actually. There's a lot of pushback, a lot of backlash, a lot of threats, a lot of, you name it, it's come my way. But I think the beautiful part is that I'd lost hope in Australia since COVID. You know, I sort of thought everyone was too scared to stand, everyone was too scared to make a noise. But I think the following now is a testament that people are sick of what's happening. And that's great. Like, it's unreal to see people finding their voice slowly. Although many are stuck in contracts with work, like a lot of the police, the military, so on and so forth, they can't talk because they lose their job. Yeah. Which is why there are voices like myself, Sam Bamford, people like you giving us a platform as well to get long-form content out as well. Yeah. Which is unreal. Amazing. So we spread the message far and wide, and it seems to be hitting home. Yeah, yeah.
We've got Sam in the studio tomorrow, which we're super excited about.
Exciting.
Young guys like you coming up just give me so much hope for the future that I think, you know, we're finally finding these voices among our young people. Yeah. So where I want to start, I want to just get to know you a little bit, and then I want to talk about your journey as a rising voice in our nation. But, mate, you've been doing this for For 12 months, a year ago, you are pretty much on a building site.
Still in construction.
Mate, incredible. So tell us what you were doing a year ago, and I really want to know what triggered you to go, fuck this, I'm going to say something.
Yeah, okay. So pretty much, man, it sort of stems from my childhood, I believe. So my dad's always been one to go against the grain. He is a leading advocate for medicinal cannabis. He was massive in the industry for medicinal and industrial uses. So he was very much in the aspect of, if the government tell me I can't do it, I'm still doing it because I see the benefit for the people, right? And I grew up in that environment. And there were many times, like we've been raided before, he's been in heaps of trouble.
Right.
So I grew up with a role model that says, do what is right, irrespective of backlash. What a legend. Unreal, yeah? And don't get me wrong, heaps of trauma from it. And not only that, man, so I'm adopted as well. So I was adopted 2 months old from Colombia. And the reason why I add that in is because people kept saying to me, there's a reason why you're here. You know, and for so long I ran from it. I had like abandonment wounds, trauma issues from family growing up and all that sort of stuff. And as I came to the back end of my construction, now jumping forwards, I was like, what is my purpose? Why am I here? It's not just to be sitting on a job site. Like I was operating cranes or dogging cranes. It wasn't to be building buildings, you know. And our teen years, we were always led astray. Had no positive role models. Dad was obviously doing his own thing. Like, Dad was a great dad. It's not a knock on him, but any boy looks up to role models that they find, whether it be friends or in the street or on the internet now. It's not always their father. And we've experienced a lot of loss, like our friends, whether it be death, jail, substance use and abuse. So towards the back end of my construction, I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool to be a positive role model? Like, get out of this shit and just be a positive role model. And in construction, man, it is a toxic environment. Everyone is an alcoholic or addict. Everyone, right? And generalization, probably 90% correct. So towards the end, man, I was getting sober. And after long weekends, people were like, what you do on the weekend? I was like, spend it with my family. And they're like, oh, we have a bender. Like, I was the weird one. I was the odd one out. So then I started leaning into a coaching career. I've been a qualified PT since I was 20. I'm 29 now, but I never used it. I just didn't want to lean into it. It was too oversaturated, whatever. And I thought, this is my opportunity. So end of last year, started the business, slowly started getting clients in, and then crane work started dying down. And I actually got made redundant from one place. And I was like, oh my God, like, I have to do something. I'm stuck. And I've got no money. I've got 2 kids. I've got a missus at home, I've rent, you know, all the bills over my hands, yeah. And I just leaned into it, man. I did get a casual role before I left Sydney on cranes, and that was phenomenal money, which was very hard to leave. So we left Sydney and got out to the mid-north coast, and it was the best thing I ever did because it didn't give me a plan B.
So you gave up the alcohol, or whatever else you're doing. So you got sober.
Mm-hmm.
Your job was starting to go away, and you thought, I'm going to lean into it. But here's this dude who's working on cranes, and you got a phone in your hand.
Yeah.
Tell me about that moment when you first picked up the phone. Did you feel like a dickhead?
Oh,
mate, how many followers did you have? What was actually that moment like?
So when it started, there were a handful of mates that supported me.
Simon,
And they were like, yeah,
become
fucking started a gym account. Like, I was getting into my
I think I'm going to turn this off, eh?
I was always
Trace, Jesus, I'm good. I didn't know it was rolling, but anyway, you have a good one.
Training hard, staying ready.